It's November in England, so all the sun has gone, and me can't do nothing about it. The sun is gone. We are here. I put the lamp from my bedroom in front of me, but this is so amateur. This is ill. Anyway. Welcome back to my channel. You're probably thinking, are you not the one that should be saying welcome back to your own channel? Because where have I been? Where have I been? It doesn't matter. You guys don't need a sub story. You guys don't need a long walk of shame talk about what happened. You don't need that. You just need me to be present, right? Right. Moving on, Michelle Obama is the reason why I've graced you with my presence. She brought out a new book called Becoming, and everyone was like, what? Michelle Obama has a memoir? We need to get that. So much so that she sold 1.4, I believe, million copies in the first week. The first week. That's amazing, bro. Like, props to her. I have an Audible account and I pay $7.99 per month, and for each month that they take the direct debit out of my account, I get a credit, and I can use that credit to buy books that are like, that might be £50, £5, doesn't matter how much the book is. They just give me the credit so I can buy whatever I want to buy with it. Another audiobook. I have physical copies of books, and I only use audiobooks for like hella long books. I just know I'll never complete if I try to read the physical copy. It's better for me to listen to it and keep it going. Anyway, why am I doing promo? So I thought, let me go and buy let me use my credit for Michelle Obama's book. I have to admit, before this book came out, obviously I knew who Michelle Obama was, but personally, I wasn't like preying her life. I wasn't doing that. I thought, let me try Michelle's. Let me see what she's gonna tell me. Like, no, let's gist. Let me read her diary. So I went and got the book, and honestly, you guys, it's changed my mind on a few things. And I love the fact that the books that have shaped my thinking and my approach to things have been written by Black women. I love it. I just love it. I've got to celebrate it because they can relate to me a bit more on their journeys, and they can be similar. It's possible for us to just identify with our stories in that way. I don't know how to say it, but it's just like representation matters in that case, because I've made some notes in my diary just to highlight some key things that I've learned from Michelle's book called Becoming. Did I mention it's called Becoming? It's called Becoming. Familial support. Michelle Obama's book made me realize how important it is for your parents to just let you grow. They can give you the foundations and the water and the sunlight and everything you need to grow, but they're not going to impose on your growth. And I really appreciated Michelle's, I'm calling her Michelle like she's my age mate. It's Auntie Michelle. Let me call her Auntie Michelle. I really appreciated Auntie Michelle's parents and how they just nurtured her and let her and her brother just grow. And they just gave them the best household to do that. They didn't try to be too strict, too mean, too this, too that. They just let their children be individuals, and I absolutely love that. And it shows. She spent so long in the first part of the book just talking about her childhood, because it made her who she is now. Peer support is important for a child's growth, so a child to believe that they can be anyone they want to be, they can push themselves, be determined, as long as they have the support back home. Like, that is so important, and that's key. And I think a lot of parents can learn from that. And I think even Michelle in her own motherhood journey is enforcing that in herself. I love the way that how her parents have raised her is also shaping how she's raising her own children in a very, very positive way. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about her kids. It's only ever been good. And if it was that because Malia was smoking weed, I hate Ansel. Her friendships, and I love the fact that Michelle knows how to keep friendships. It doesn't matter whether she was in the White House or Chicago South Side or wherever, she kept her friendships. When she was a busy lawyer, she kept her friendships, and that's a word to everyone else, even me. Like, it doesn't matter how busy you are, you can still make time to keep your friendships. And I think one thing I've learned from that is that to maintain friendships requires work. It requires you to always be aware of how far you've come with your friends. Just having people that they're not like social climbers, they're just people for you to go home to, be around. Like, they uplift you, they encourage you, they push you to be better. Like, that's who they are. But for the most part, they're your downtime, they're your happy place. And I really, really appreciated how she talked about her friends. And it broke my heart when she talked about her friend Suzanne. Oh, that broke my heart. Like, I really, oh, Suzanne. Because the way she was describing Suzanne, low-key, I feel like Suzanne was a little bit of me. Suzanne was her friend who was born in Nigeria but was raised in Jamaica, but had always had a very free spirit and wasn't tied down to the corporate world. Or actually, before Suzanne died, Suzanne was out here traveling the world with her mum. And when Suzanne came back from traveling, she had cancer, very aggressive cancer, and unfortunately she passed away, which is so sad. And you know, Michelle was just talking about how her and Suzanne were very different, but they somehow found some mutual connection and just love and admiration for each other. She taught me a thing or two about maintaining friendships at every stage of your life. Like, just maintain that friendship, like, because the people that really care about you, it doesn't matter how high you climb or how low you are, they'll always still be there for you. Failure. Michelle Obama taught me that failure is a feeling before it becomes an actual thing. If you think you're gonna fail, if you manifest it into your life, if you speak over your life like in a very negative and undetermined way, it will happen. But if you speak to yourself success, you will become successful. And I just think, oh, she's really pushed me to just, I have something that's coming up in my life right now, and soon in my life, and I'm just thinking positive. There's no failure. I can only embody success. That's the only mood I'm in. I am going to be successful, and I am working towards success. There is no failure. My mood, my mind, my mindset, everything is towards success. So I appreciate that message. In her book, this part is really the deepest part. We need to really talk about that. It actually made me want to record. In her book, she talked about how, I think we all know this, Michelle applied, before she applied to go to Princeton University, she went to a university administrator who basically told her, I don't think you're Princeton material. After that person told her that, she was more determined to go to Princeton than ever. She was a very, very determined young lady. Like, she had every reason to be determined. Like, she was getting good grades and she put her head down. So obviously she knew, well, like, me, I'm going to Princeton, why not? And this person tried to rain on her parade. And recently, it's so funny. If I hadn't been reading the book, I wouldn't have had the courage to think differently. Recently, someone told me to set my eyes lower. This was after I started reading the book, and I'd gone through that chapter. And someone told me that I needed to set my eyes lower for something. And initially, I was like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna set my eyes lower because, you know, that's what they've advised me to do, and they're in a higher position than I am. And I thought about it. I really, after 2 hours, it was marinating. I was like, am I mad? Me, Koinsola, you're a bad babe. Like me. Like, my secondary school that I went to, the slogan was aim high. Someone else who doesn't know me or what I'm capable of tells me to set my standards and my expectations lower, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna embody that into my own life. Am I mad? And I remembered Michelle Obama, they told her that she wasn't ready for Princeton. She wasn't Princeton material. And guess what she went and did? She went to Princeton and then she went to Harvard. So there's no reason, there's no reason anyone should tell you what you can do in your own life that you will now manifest. You determine that. It's a conversation between you and Baba God. Nobody else can tell you where you're gonna be, who you're gonna be. Nobody else can tell you what you're ready for. If you know what you're ready for, you work for that. And don't ever let anyone else manifest their own insecurities, their own doubts into your own life. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Also, I loved how she balanced motherhood and work life, because sis, I actually rate her so much. Michelle Obama seems like a really good mother. She seems like an amazing mother. She never missed the tiny details of her daughters' lives, never raised them to ever doubt themselves or what they're capable of. And I just think that is such a beautiful way to raise children. Like, the way she always put her children first. Like, she prioritized those girls, man, even through everything. I don't think she missed a beat. She is an amazing mother, and she's a credit to women who manage to balance work and motherhood. It doesn't seem easy, and like, salute to her, man, salute to her. I really love how she described how she always cared for the girls' needs and was very attentive to how they felt. She just seems like a 10 out of 10 mum. Like, I would recommend. You are coming into relationships, I'm not gonna lie, I felt triggered. When she talks about how she met Barack Obama, she talks about how he was a fully formed man. I haven't met any man that's fully formed yet. I'll let you guys know when I have. Till then. Then I need to work on me, because I was thinking, when she was describing her and Barack's meeting. I was like, am I ready to meet someone like that? Bear in mind, she's 54 years old now. She met Barack when she was like 26, I think. I think I read the book, I should know. Made me think, are you really ready to meet the love of your life as a fully formed person? Because if a man like Barack Obama, as confident and as self-assured as he was when he was younger, and probably still is, comes into my life, would I feel intimidated, or would I feel like, yeah, I've established myself as enough as a woman, like Michelle was? She was an established lawyer, she had her shit together. Would I feel intimidated, or would I feel welcoming and ready to take that on? And it really made me evaluate, like, we request all these things, but we haven't established ourselves enough to be able to welcome those things in. It just made me think about, who are you before you go into a relationship? Who are you? Do you think about that before you say all these things that you want from a man or woman, whatever, you know? Another thing I really wanted to talk about was, it was later on in the book, she was talking about all the things she's done, mentorship programs, and she talked about one in particular that she set up in 2007, where she went to Elizabeth Gareth Anderson's school. She talked about how she wanted to bring these group of girls in that were not the highest achievers in their class, but the girls that their teachers recognized had potential to be great. And I think it's so important, especially in an age where we can sometimes feel like black elitism is taking over, where it's like, you only get invited to things if you know, you have the highest grades, or, you know, like, you went to the top university, or, you know, whatever. And I think I really like the fact that she did that. I really enjoy the fact that she said that, because it's nice to know that young girls have access. This is the thing, access is so important to spaces that, if on a normal basis, people will say, oh, you have to have like at least a 91 point something GPA score, at least, before you have access to the spaces. And it's like, not excluding people, but including them, and letting them see that they have the potential to be anyone and anything they want to be. And I really just appreciate the fact that she gave those girls access. And I don't know, I just think in this day and age, we always forget how important it is to include people in spaces that are usually deemed as for only the elite. There is no elite, it's for everyone. Everyone can feel good and everyone can feel ambitious regardless of what the grade says on your piece of paper or whatever. Next point, I'm nearly at the end. Next point is political apathy and activity. Michelle Obama does not hide in this book that she don't like politics. She doesn't like it. Her husband was a whole president for 2 terms and she still does not like it. I respect that. It's not like she's been apathetic, she doesn't care. She does care. But politics is so dirty and grimy and intricate, she doesn't want to be too involved in it. And I don't blame her. What I did like about what she was saying was, she still encouraged people to vote. She voted herself. So some people will be out here saying, I don't like politics, but they're not voting. You need to be active in some way. Even if you don't like how grimy it is, you need to be active. You need to be aware of what's going on. You need to just keep up. Everything affects everything. So ignorance can't really be bliss. You need to know what's going on in the world. So I do enjoy the fact that she was very open to the fact that, yeah, I don't like politics. I mean, I like it, but I was still active. Everyone's been talking about how they would like to see Michelle Obama as run for presidency, and I'm thinking, you guys want this woman to come and have a heart attack, don't you? You want to kill her. Kill her day. It's not by force, you know, just not by force, to place the black women in positions that they will literally get slaughtered. Literally get slaughtered. Michelle was talking about how when she went to Buckingham Palace and she touched the Queen, which apparently breaks protocol, but everyone missed the part where the Queen actually touched her first. People were really slating her and saying that she was uncouth and she had no class and she was this and she was that. That was just small visiting the Queen, like hug back. Now imagine if we could put a black woman in a position where she's going to be constantly scrutinized. In America, of all places, it's okay. We could admit she's a great woman and she has the potential to be a good leader and she can lead in other places, but I just don't feel like her mental health needs to go through that. She doesn't need to go through that. Even she described it, like when she first got into the Senate, like she didn't, but she was sitting in the Senate one time, when House of Congress, I don't remember where she was. She looked down and she was like, it's just pure white men, like old upper class white men. How do you expect a black woman to survive in that place? Like, think about it. Even Diane Abbott was talking about racism and sexism the other day. Like, I don't want our sisters and our mothers and our aunties to die at the hands of this supremacist society. They don't need it. Need it. Leave her alone. She doesn't want to become a politician. Even her husband, I went to do it. She was even tired. If it was a case where she wanted to run for presidency, yes. But we need to really be careful about the places we want to put black women to prove a point. Like, not everyone needs to be a scapegoat, you know. Not everyone needs to be a scapegoat. I can't imagine how she would be. I can't imagine what they'd write about her, especially now the way America is post-Trump. Yeah, no. Let's just respect her wishes and how she doesn't want to become a politician. Like, everyone's always like, I don't know, Michelle for 2020. Leave Michelle alone. An autobiography. Like, how can I review someone else's autobiography? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick. It's not quick because I know it's not a quick video. Hope you guys enjoyed that quick video. It's nice to be back. Hopefully this prompts me to keep coming back, and this pushes me to just keep it consistent, you know, a little bit. But as I said, I'm not doing sub story. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on this book if you've read it. If you haven't read it, let me know. I send you an Audible version. If you haven't already got Audible and haven't already been listening to books on Audible, you can have it for free. I don't mind. I'm just out here doing public librarian. What is my illness? Everybody should read now. Yeah, by the way, I graduated from university. Oh my God, yes! There's so many things I need to update you guys on, but not now. I can't bother. It's 11 o'clock and I just barely got this video recorded. I have a lamp in front of me because the sun is gone. It's November in England. Everything is always cold and just dark. Good night. I'm going to bed. I'm going to take this makeup off. I got my new, oh my God, guys, I got some new Morphe 305202 Second Nature palette. And yeah, yeah. I'm feeling like a bad beat. Anyway, let me just finish. Let me just shut up and go. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Thank you all to the new subscribers, the small new subscribers I've actually gotten. I'm surprised all of you haven't left, but thank you so much for subscribing to me. I hope whatever attracted you to my channel keeps you here, and you share this video. Oh my God, share this video. Share it. Talk to me. Share it in your book club. Share it in whatever WhatsApp group you're on. Okay, guys. Bye.